Hey guys, today with the topic, my ex has lifted the block but does not report from himself. What does that mean? Why does she do that? How should I behave? The initial situation was already fierce. Either you have been on her nerves for so long after the breakup that she has blocked you, this happens differently depending on the ex. Or it's just her way of dealing with exes and you couldn't really do much about it. But is rather rarely the case, so we assume the first here. So you pushed her or just didn't give her the peace and separation she wanted. You have become annoying to her, and that she has blocked you everywhere or only on certain channels, is not really an obstacle nowadays. If you want to reach her, you can reach her, but it was her last resort before legal action that should tell you, leave me alone. And hopefully that's what you finally did there. That was the blow to the head that you needed to wake up and realize that you are completely on the wrong track and that there is nothing to gain here, but only to lose. After that you could develop in different directions. Either you actually accepted it and gave up, or, what is more likely, you didn't understand it, wanted to understand it and felt that it was unfair. As a result, hopefully you didn't just tell yourself that you were now holding a no contact. It's the easiest version because you can't communicate with her anymore either way, but you still have to work on yourself and not just sit and wait until maybe one fine day she unlocks you again. Depending on how quickly you realize this now, I'll tell you, your no contact may have sucked. You still let her get very close to you and constantly checked if you are still locked. But I don't want to accuse everyone of it, some of you find out by accident or just weeks later. And weeks later would be the optimum. Because the moment you realize that you have been unlocked, the illusion of the action really kicks in. This is the first time you have a chance to communicate with her again. Don't do it. At least you should have learned self-control during the time of no contact. The fact that you were unblocked again can have so many reasons and then again none of them, so that your first impulse is simply the wrong one. Why would it be optimal if you noticed it weeks later? Because then you would know that you can stand not having to be constantly connected with her in everyday life and stalking social media profiles. Because you would be somewhat undemanding towards her and because you wouldn't know why she unblocked you. Maybe she expects you to write to her because she wants attention. Attention that, when she is satisfied, leads to an immediate block again. There are idiots like that, and it's what really got your hopes up at that moment and made you hit the ground again shortly after. Much more likely, though, are other reasons. Maybe she looked through her list and can't have people in the block list, maybe she thought about you and wants to know what you are doing, maybe she even plays with the idea of contacting you again. But it doesn't matter as long as she doesn't do that. Assume that she is curious about what you are doing and that it doesn't go beyond, I want to see how he is doing. This doesn't really have to be about interest in your lives at all. It may not be going so well for her right now, and she may want to draw positive reinforcement from the fact that it's going even crappier for you. This is one of the reasons why women tend to sit at home in the evenings and watch antisocial programs on TV. Because it shows them how good they have it and the drama of others gives them confirmation in their own lives. I agree with you on one point. Of course, it's better not to be blocked by her anymore. But to develop great hope now only harms you in the end. Whether she gets in touch or not. Because you include her again too much in your daily routine and think all the crap too much. You become needy towards her again, and even if you manage not to contact her, when she does contact you, you can't just stay calm, but you have already set up a program inside according to which you want to proceed. But this will start from a certain assumption, and it is so human that you will never hit the exact point where she stands and what she really wants from you. Or maybe you will, but she will not show exactly the behavior you expect. What does that lead to in you again? Insecurity. Your plan will be disassembled and she will act differently than you thought. Do not worry about it. When she contacts you, you can start to think about it. Otherwise you will only get too involved. And for heaven's sake, don't write to her. It's like opening the store in the morning and having people slam the door in your face because they want to get in. She's left you and now you're getting along without her. What impression does it make for her if you write a message right after she unblocks you? She has to come to you if she wants to. It is nice that she is no longer completely isolated from you. But you have no way to approach her and not make a needy impression. Everything you have endured and built up in no contact would have been completely in vain if you contacted her on your own. It makes no difference if you had no opportunity during the time without her, and that changes in the meantime. She must want it, she must have enough interest. Otherwise, the attraction will only sink even more. Take care, and until the next video.